Wonderful. Okay, great. Thanks for being here today. We're going to do mostly a standing Qigong practice. We'll end on the floor and do some relaxed stretching at the end. Uh, Not intending to use any props today, so don't think that you need anything. So bring yourself to a standing position and let's help to release some tension. Let's start off with just a gentle little bounce. So nice softness in the knees, gentle little bounce. And while we do this, let's start to connect with our breath. Nice big inhale, sigh it out. Inhale, maybe you want to lift your shoulders up. Exhale, release it out. Inhale, lift those shoulders and sigh it out. Bounce. Good. Start to shake. Shake those hands. Shake those shoulders. Shake off the legs. Think of letting it out. Woohoo! Wiggle, wiggles, whatever feels good. Don't overthink it. Couple more here. And then bring yourself to center and just pause for a moment, enjoying that tingling sensation. And let's inhale the hands up and then exhale, release them and let them sway, doing a little bounce in the knees. Inhaling up, exhale, sway. Inhale, really fill yourself up. Exhale, let it go. Continue to bounce into those knees. Let's do that one more time. Inhale up, exhale, Good. Now let's develop a little bit of heat in the body. We'll do that again, and we're going to this time go flow right into one another. So it'll be an inhale and an exhale. Inhale, exhale. And we're going to do that 10 times. Okay, starting when you're ready. Let's do 10, 9, 8, really release. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring yourself up, swing, and then start to just float those arms. You're going to stay standing, soft knees, float those arms up and down, nice and gentle. Sorry, I should have taken my watch off. I'm really feeling it. Inhale and exhale. So we tuned into the element of fire, building some heat here. Let's tune in to the water element. Let's cool that fire. Slow things down. Get into this beautiful rhythm with your breath. One more. After that exhale, just allow your hands to come to your side. And let's actually bring our hands onto the hips. And we're going to start to circle, like draw as if you have a pencil at the top of your head and you're drawing a circle on the ceiling. So your hands are on your hips to keep your hips centered. We're circling our upper body, feeling that in the spine, rotating the chest around, and breathing. Pause. Let's go the opposite direction a few times. And slow that down to center. And let's leading with the chin, like you're drawing a circle out in front of you with your chin. Just loosening up the neck here. Breathing while you do this. I encourage you to start off small, and if once things are loosen up a bit, you could make your circles a little bigger. And let's go the opposite direction. Big, long exhalations, really Release the tension. Let your body and your breath help with that release. Start to make the circle smaller again and bring yourself to stillness. Good. Hands at your side, or you could put your hands on your ribs if you like. And we're going to now focus on circling those hips. So with your hand, if your hands are on the ribs, it's like you're saying to your upper part of your torso to stay steady. And you don't have to do this. This is completely an option. Your hands could just be kind of dangling out front. Just focusing on circling out those hips. And again, you might want to start off small circles, option to make them bigger. And come to center and go the opposite direction. And make your circle smaller once again. Until you come to center. Beautiful. Bending at the knee generously so your hands can rest on your thighs and your feet maybe a touch wider than hip distance apart. And then we're going to circle the knees inward. Now, if you have any knee issues, you might just want to go back to circling the hips, circling the upper body if this doesn't feel good. If you do have knee issues and you want to try it, just start off really small with those circles, being gentle with yourself. If everything's feeling okay, maybe you test the waters, see if you can go bigger. And you'll feel that right down to the ankles. Let's pause and go the opposite direction. So the knees are each going the opposite direction. And slow that down. Now bringing your feet together. And once again, bending into the knees. And this time the knees are going to stay together, moving together. And then pause, go the opposite direction. And then bring yourself to standing. Once again, separate those feet. Let's get into the ankles. So putting your weight into your right foot, lift your left heel, and make some little circles. Opposite direction again. And shift your weight, lift the other heel, and circle it out. And other way. Good. And securely back into your feet. Let's bend your right elbow. Your left hand could rest on it and circle that elbow. Now, you don't have to have your hand on the other elbow. You could absolutely do without, but I just wanting us to focus on one elbow at a time. And I like that gentle little touch and massage this is giving that elbow. Before we go to the other side, let's stay with that side and circle out that wrist. And get into the fingers. Have a nice wiggle of the fingers while you're circling out that wrist, one direction and the other. Good. And then the shoulder, making some nice big shoulder circles here, staying on that same side. And other direction. And let's do that for the other elbow. Again, option for that hand to rest on it, giving yourself a little loving touch here. Opposite direction. Getting into the wrist, fingers. Sometimes it can feel nice to hug that elbow right in so that you just try to get the wrist to move. You could even hold that forearm Just see if you can get the wrist to do the work. Other direction. Hello, Corinne. Glad you could join us. And then let's circle out that shoulder. And you could even still get that elbow and wrist involved if you like. And other way. Good. Continuing with the shoulders, let's bring our fingertips to rest on that little divot point at your chest and do rooster spreads its feather. So starting with your right elbow, it goes forward, up, back, and down. Left elbow forward, up, back, and down. And you're just going to do that side to side. As you come down, giving a little squat into the knee as the other elbow comes up and down. And your gaze could follow that elbow, feeling that stretch through your side body. And nice breath here, soothing, relaxing breaths. And once that one elbow goes back, bringing it forward. So back, up, forward, and down. And each time you come down, doing that gentle little squat. And coming to center, standing tall with your hands at the side. Starting with your hands at the side, we're going to do this gentle little reach side to side. Feet are firmly planted, softness in the knees. Feel this loosening up the low back. And you'll feel that in the side body too with that nice reach. By all means, you could stay with this, or if you want to switch it up, let's pick some cherries. Hands up and give a reach of that arm up. Another arm, and just notice the difference, how it feels with your hands down versus hands up. Let's get some blood circulating to the heart here. Few more breaths. And bring your hands back to your side. Ah, lovely. Let's start playing with figure eight motions, starting with your right hand. You're going to start to make little figure eights with that arm, feeling the shoulder joint doing the movement. And then maybe you start to make the figure eight a little bit bigger out in front, drawing that infinity circle. Thinking of that shoulder joint doing the work. The arm is along for the ride. And relax that out. Let's do that for the left arm. Start just small, and it'll take your brain a little minute to get that into your body. And once it's in your body, maybe you start to make it bigger if everything's feeling okay in that shoulder. And see if you could just a nice fluid movement flow through that, even, smooth, lubricating that shoulder joint. One more here. And at your side. Do the same for our hips. So one hip, that right hip is going to make a circle, and then that left hip is going to make a circle. Forward to the back, center. The other left comes forward and back, center. Just doing that side to side. And once that's in your body, see if you could add it to be a nice fluid movement. So again, we're making this figure eight using both our hips. So nice softness in your knees because your knees and ankles are helping to get this fluid flow. Relax the upper body, relax the jaw. Doesn't need to help right now. Now let's see if we can switch the directions. Oh boy, testing our brain. So it's glutes going back and forward, back and forward. And once you get that in your body again, see if you could just find this rhythm and flow. Allow your mind to be quiet while your body just flows. Couple more here. And bring yourself to center. Good. Let's not ignore the jaw. Let's give our jaw a little wiggle. So separate your molars and just allow your jaw to come side to side. Nice relaxed gaze with the eyes. And then doing some circles with the jaw. So jaw juts out to one side, back, other side. Making that circle. Again, start off small and then see if you can get that fluid movement. Pause, opposite direction. Relax the other parts of you. And relax that out. Good. Let's move the spine again in a little bit different way with spinal cord breathing. So taking your hands as they come kind of goalpost arms, lift that chest and then bring those elbows together as you curve the spine, tuck the tailbone. Inhale, tailbone goes out, chest comes up, open yourself up. Exhale, tuck that tailbone, rolling up the spine, tuck your chin and arms. Inhale as you open the front body. Exhale as you curve the spine. Inhaling and exhaling, moving up and down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Couple more here. Now, the next time that you tuck, stay tucked while you bring your hands to rest on your thigh. And then we're going to do that again, but just rolling the spine. So start to roll the spine. So again, you're still keeping that movement, but now the arms aren't involved. Just really think of a nice fluid spine. Now see if you can make it a little smaller, like really, really small little, gentle little wave. Teeny tiny. And then once again, start to make it a little bigger and a little bigger, squatting down, getting the lower body involved. And roll yourself back up to standing. Lovely. If you did turn, or if you didn't turn, we're going to bring ourselves down and let's go into some stretching. So from here, let's first inhale the hands up and exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale for a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Let's pause in your forward fold. If the ground is too far, generously bend your elbows, rest your elbows on your thighs. Wherever you land, let's let our head be heavy. Nod your head yes and no. And then find stillness of the neck. Let the head continue to be heavy. It's drawing downwards towards the earth. Feel this lengthening of the spine. Feeling your heels rooted into the ground, stretching the backs of the legs, lengthening your spine. Let's take a few more soothing breaths here. And then generously bend your knees. Your hands will find the ground, coming onto your hands and knees, and then make your way onto your bottom. And let's take our legs out to a wide-ish, whatever feels comfortable for you here. Just settle in here first. Let's go to the side body, taking your right hand to rest at your side. Inhale that left hand up. And on an exhale, reach it over to the right and just pause and hold here. Keeping those left sits bones rooted into the ground. Now stay with this side reach, but turn your chest, your torso turns to face the ground. Continue that little reach as you look towards the ground. Take one more breath here. Then come directly back over that side. And then send your chest up towards the ceiling, slightly hinging back. Doesn't have to be big, just a little hinge. Open up that chest. Send your hand directly over to that side again. And then on an inhale, lift it back up. And exhale, windmill the hands to the other side. Inhale, feel a lengthen of that right arm. Exhale, hinge to the left. Keep your right sits bone rooted. And breathe into that right side. And then tilt your chest to look towards the ground for a couple breaths. Come directly to the side. And then chest up towards the ceiling, slight hinge back. Still a nice lengthened spine here. And lengthen directly over to that left side. Give a little reach. On your next inhale, lift yourself up and exhale that hand down. And let's come into a forward fold. Walk yourself forward. Enjoy a nice inner thigh stretch and a stretch through the spine again. Inhale, lightness. Exhale, the stress. Inhale, softness. Exhale, tension. Couple more breaths here. And then walking your hands up towards your body. Let's come into a deer position. So take your left leg and you can bend that out front, lean over to the side while your right leg comes out behind you. Set yourself up here. Nice tall spine, so we've got that zigzag of the legs. Just pause here while you feel that sink into your hips. Bring awareness to the hips. And when you're ready, slowly bringing the hands out in front of that left thigh. Oh, sorry, left shin. My apologies. Feel free to come onto the elbows if that's available for that left hip. Listen to what's best for you. Let's take a few more breaths. If you did come down onto your elbows, come back onto your hands, come back to a nice tall spine, and now we're going to twist over to the left, over that left thigh. So sometimes I like to kind of twist, twist, twist to ease into it. It's okay if that back glute kind of lifts along with you. Your hands may firmly touch the ground, they may not. If that's not feeling good, you could be over front of your knee if you're really tight in that low back. So you're either over your knee or to the side. And again, option to come down to your elbows if that's available. So with this one, we're more feeling it on the opposite, the right back, hip, and low side of the low back. If you did come down, bringing yourself onto your hands, if you did twist, you're going to unravel. Lean yourself back so you could unwind your legs and flip them over to the other side. Get set up. Let's start with a nice tall spine as you just settle into this. Bring awareness to your hips. What's it like on this side? And then start to hinge towards that front shin. Hands down or onto your elbows. I'm going to do a couple on my hands and then a few on my elbows. Easing into it. If you did come onto your elbows, come onto your hands, bringing yourself back to that nice tall spine. And then we're going to start to gently twist. So you're either twisting over that knee or towards the thigh. Hands down, or elbows, or a mix. Gentle, loving breaths. If you did come down onto your elbows, bring yourself up. Unwind. Whichever leg is back, bring that front, come into a seated position. Feel free to sit up on a cushion if you have one. And let's just end here. Nice tall spine. Breathe into the spine. Soften your gaze or close your eyes. Grounding into this position. And let's set an intention for your afternoon. Think of how you want to feel this afternoon. And then with that feeling, say it to yourself 3 times as an I am statement. I am, and however you want to feel. And let's seal that in, bringing your hands to prayer position. Hug your hands up against your heart. Seal in that feeling as you bow to yourself, thanking yourself for showing up today. Namaste. Just going to end this recording first.